Well, today I have a lot to say. Um, First, yesterday, some crows passed my path. Today, another crow passed my path. The way the universe works is you will get a sign. There are road signs on every highway that point you in a direction. Everything that crosses your path, if you are viewing even these videos, something inside you has attracted you to this video, which means this message is something you wanted to hear. Now, you can turn away and not listen to all of it, or you can pay attention. Why is this happening to me? Why did I get this sign? Why are you paying attention to the things that you pay attention to? They're valuable. They're roadmaps. They will guide you down a direction that you need to go into. Now, while these crows path my path, it, and the research and the text or the meaning that I put towards this sign said something good was about to happen. And then my daughter lost our rent. And you would think that that is a bad thing, but if you pay attention to the signs and focus on the sign says something good. And for some odd reason, I can recognize patterns. I see patterns everywhere. Some people are savants in other avenues. One of mine is just recognizing patterns. And the pattern that I'm seeing today is my daughter completely breaking down. She is not able to function. She's gone through more than enough hell and losing rent and having to pay for it. She's stressing out. She's losing control. I've been there. I've been there so many times. I know exactly how to come out of it. Every friggin' month for more than 30 years was about how do I come up with rent money. While the forces and the people that were around me I needed to trust. And so it's been a stress that I definitely understand. And what I'm seeing in the Gulf now that's made me pay attention yesterday and today is some reports about the mental illness going down there. And people are definitely losing it. And they're getting frustrated and angry. And I'm hearing that they're going to be putting millions into mental health. Have I been there before? If you trust the mental health industry, they want you on medication that they're going to profit from. They're able to manipulate you into not solving any problems by taking this medication. It numbs you so much, you're basically paralyzed. I would not trust the mental health industry. But you do need to have a calmness. Every one of us, our natural human instinct is fight flight. Fight flight is your enemy if you don't know how to use it. And humanity has been trained not to pay attention to fight flight, to let you use it in the wrong way. Evil works in mysterious ways. Evil can manipulate your neighbor to do something against you. And most of the planet believes there's some form of God. There's so many different religions. They all happen to believe that there's something out there that's bigger than us. What's bigger than us is us working together, us believing that we have godlike powers, us forming together and listening to each other. Other people have had experiences that they can share with you. The biggest thing about fight flight, if you look at birds that use fight flight. If you look at any animal that has hackles, that senses danger, they have fight flight, but they're using it correctly. They do not freak out. They are very, very calm while using their fight flight instincts. So that's one of the things that I would suggest to anybody that's down there in the Gulf, anybody that's dealing with any form of mental illness. I would stop taking any medication, but really trust, without a doubt, you need to calm down. They are holodynes. In each cell, you have spinning pieces of information. When you're not calm, this information spins fast out of control, and what tends to be out of control, the information that gets out of control is what grabs your attention. When you are in high stress, you cannot see reality. This is when evil can take control over you. They can make you see what you want to see because it's in that negative energy form. If you are calm and loving and peaceful, then you're in that God power. So I can't stress enough to be calm, because then you start recognizing signs, God-like signs, that will point you in the direction of where you need to go. I have seen my personal experience while I was in high stress mode. I've read documents, and then when I've calmed down, I read the same document, and the text on that page was completely different than when I read it the first time. This is a real thing. You will see, the imagination will see things that aren't there. That's how evil works. But if you're loving and calm, you can see something completely different. This is basically where these crows flew into my path. It was a warning sign. Be calm, be loving, don't be angry, and you will see help. My daughter's freaking out. She can't listen to me. She can't pay attention to anything I've got to say. She's going down the path of freaking out, and she will not solve any problems while she's freaking out. Now, all of these people that are in the Gulf and they are dealing with a mental illness, part of that mental illness is you're getting a big wake-up call. You're seeing that life isn't as wonderful as you thought it was. There's been an awful lot of suffering in the world that you haven't paid attention to. And while you had your stuff, while you were living the good life, you did not pay attention to other people in your universe who needed your help. Now you're in their boat. Now you're feeling the same pain that everybody's feeling in third world countries. So now's the time you have to see that, okay, you need people to pay attention to you, just as you should have paid attention to other people. That is a pattern. Everybody that's been homeless, anybody that's been on a welfare system, has had some crime, has had some devastation done to them, and they lost their mind. They lost their belief in themselves. They didn't have the power to believe and that they had power to make a difference. So that's what I would like to encourage anybody who's suffering now, to start believing in yourself. Start believing that you are the epicenter of change, and we need you to be calm. And one thing that will make you feel better is when you see other people listening to your needs. What is it you really need? Anybody that has more than $1 million is going to be doing the same thing you are doing. They need to hand over that money in the proper way. How we do nonprofit is corrupt. My next video will describe a lot about nonprofits, how to spend money. You do not need money to buy your boats again. You do not need money to live the good life again. We need money spent to solve problems, not band-aids on these problems. And every friggin' nonprofit organization is designed specifically to block and ignore problems. This is completely false. So I cry out to anybody that has any money, donate it. Otherwise, this is going to happen to you. But donate it properly.